Be me. Father is a living embodiment of Pink Wojak. I do something. He feels rage and takes it out on me and family. Talk. Rage. Sit. Rage. Avoid him. Rage. Spend time with him. Rage. Be 12. Already sick of his shit. Watch porn to feel some packaged and prefabricated semblance of comfort and love. Father stops feeling rage. Keep watching porn. Get addicted. Holy fuck, please god, don't do this .jpg. Try to quit. All of the sudden my father's rage returns. All violence and chaos ensues. Feel like shit again and go back to porn. Addiction gets worse. Try to quit when this shit makes me feel fucking horrible. Father's rage returns like fucking clockwork. Realize that when I am neck deep in my porn addiction the family can be kept in peace. When I am on nofab my father single-handedly destroys the family peace and harmony. They don't know shit. I want to kill myself. What do? Hijacking this thread to rant out my ex. Let me weave you a story in ends. Be me. Meet goth girl online via school club thing. We realize we have the same interests and we start playing party games together with her and one of her other friends. We hit it off and everything picks up stream from there. We start dating and see each other like twice a week now. Notice this one weird schizo dude in her friend group. By pure coincidence, he was actually friends with one of my other exes, so I knew he was an unhinged self-harming druggie. He clearly has a thing for my GF, so I bring it up to a mutual friend. He tells me that she still hasn't broken up with her other ex officially yet on top of this dude. That's a three-way weirdo love triangle going on. I tell her to handle her shit, she tells me to trust her and so I do. She breaks with her ex and we become an official couple. A few months pass, and finally things with the schizo come to a head. He spam comments on all of my Instagram photos telling me how he fucked my GF. He puts pics on his wall of him fucking her. Tags me on them. GF Ubers to my house and apologizes for everything. Tells me she'll do anything to get my trust back. Make her block the dude, and decide to take some space from the relationship to decide what to do. Fast forward 5 days, she tells me she has decided to become a literal stripper. At this point I'm completely fed up, break things off with her. She immediately unblocks the schizo from her social media and adds him back into her life. She still asks me to be her friend and tells me she loves me and wants me in her life. I decide to at the very least offer her help finding legitimate work and getting her life together. BC I still deeply care about her. She repays me by openly letting schizo cunt take pics making out with her and shit and sending them to me. I decide to cut her off, and her attitude does a 180, demeaning me and telling me how childish and exhausting I am. Anybody else's parents fuck them up completely. Be me. Physically abused as a kid. Always shit on at school because I was the weird kid who had the wrong clothes and didn't have phone. Dad doesn't work, leeches off mom. Kicked out at 16 by boomer parents who never liked me. Work waggy jobs and go to college. Always tired. Never have time for friends or to go out and do normal teenage stuff. Never had a GF. Missed on young love entirely. Constantly suicidal. Save as much as I can in the meantime. Fast forward 6 years, now 24. About to buy a house and a nice car. Still feel empty and suicidal. Still bitter and seething about having to work 2x as hard as everyone else to get a middle-class life. Still no GF. Missed out on half of the best years of my life. I am NGMI. I feel empty all the time. How do I cope? Be me. Have friend that is underclassman before I graduate. She always texts me every day, has made me flustered asking if I liked her. She complains about her boyfriend being a jerk to her, saying that he wishes that she wasn't his GF. She has asked me to feel her calves for track progression. Literally counted down my goddamn graduation on several private Snap stories. Opens up about past trauma including sexual abuse and a narcissistic father. Googles lingerie on my computer, twice. Went out of her way to attend my graduation. Learned that she was my co-worker after applying for a job. She hounds me to get my application, and because the sooner you get the application the faster they will accept you. Possible white lie to get me in. I develop feelings. She asks me that her mom wants to take me home and the chick asks where I live. Keeps accidentally touching me at work, stands really close to me and sometimes mimics my positions. Whenever I think about her, I feel a little mushy inside. Go on this site and the overwhelming majority of people tell me to make a move. Company policy says don't get into relationships, but the ice cream joint is short-staffed and some employees get a little close to each other. Terrified due to the popular girls pretending to be interested in me years ago. Friend knows about trauma based on false sexual assault claim filed against me from a bully in middle school. I know she may be interested into me, but I don't want to misread anything. Make a move, Anon, you clueless faggot. Yeah, I know that, but how? I want to be with her, and love her for her soul and looks. I don't want this to go to waste. How do I possibly make a move on her? I don't want to be accused of sexual assault. Be me. Work at shitty fast food place. My favorite shift lead tells me she's quitting to work at a better place. Tells me Jim and John are probably leaving as well because they're close to her. She tells me to get a job at the same place she's getting a job at, tells me I'm an idiot for working as hard as I do for what I get paid. The next day go into that restaurant, request a job application, fill it out, speak with the manager. He's impressed and tells me he'll follow up. Plan to give my 2 weeks notice to my manager that day. Manager didn't work that day. Feel excited about finally moving on from this dump, makes me feel chatty. Start telling one of the girls that usually works morning shift, Jane, about how me, Jim, and John are all quitting. Mention to my other co-workers I'm giving my 2 weeks notice as well. Figured it'd be fine to tell Jane about my intentions because she's a hard worker and complains about how little the manager and assistant manager work. I come into work the next day and the assistant manager makes awkward eye contact with me as soon as I walk in. Realize someone snitched. He calls me into the back to ask if it was true that I was planning on leaving. Tell him it's true and that I'm giving him my 2 weeks notice. Be me. Me is a giant NEET. Most of my friends are Discord people. They have jobs. They go to college. They have an actual life. When they don't respond after 24 hours despite the fact that they're online, anxiety hits me hard. Start thinking they find me annoying because I'm always messaging them. Ask them if I'm annoying. Reassure me that I'm okay. Acoustic brain goes full overdrive. Dumb fuck. I start thinking they're lying and they're just too nice to tell me to off myself. Starts getting depressed. Sleep until they reply. Repeat cycle for every interaction. How the fuck do I fix this? I don't want to creep out people I enjoy the company of by being a clingy, overbearing autistic NEET. Be me. Greg. Dress nice. Go to bar alone. Order beer. Look for non-boomer group. Hey, you guys from around here? I'm just trying to understand the atmosphere. New to this area, I really like it. Tell me more. Oh, you guys watch anime? Nice, me too, haha. Yeah, let's hang out again, exchange numbers. Be cool in the eyes of men in a group before you be cool in the eyes of the women. You're there to make friends primarily, and women hate it when men have fun. I got a thoughts number that day. Does /ad/ have any thoughts on my predicament? Be me. 22 yo virgin. Always wanted the girl of my dreams even as a small kid, couldn't tell you where the idea came from, but always had that vision of my future partner. Skipped to secondary school. Sort of hit ugly duckling phase, puberty hit me a little later than others, got rejected because of it. Skipped to college. 6'2", got called handsome a couple times, but girls just wanted to fuck, literally exact opposite scenario of what my secondary school life was like, but I didn't want that. Girls honestly got weirded out that I wanted a relationship and not to fuck. Jump to now. Still occasionally get flirted on, but don't have the drive to flirt back. In fact, I feel a little disgusted, as my experience has only taught me that the girl was only interested in sex. Any insight on how I can still with this? P.S. I still get horny and shit, but I just beat off. But I honestly don't look at women I meet in the real world sexually. Hi friends. Be me. Have friends since 8 years old. Great guy that everyone likes but fat and nervous around girls. Super smart with lots of cool hobbies. Currently my roommate. Gradually starts drinking more and more to the point I see him as an alcoholic. One day while drunk tells me he ordered some drug to relieve his anxiety. Tell him he's retarded. He starts taking it. Too much at first, so had a couple of incidents where he embarrassed himself. Now only takes moderate doses, thinks I can't notice that he's high. I do. I'm moving out in a few months, he won't be getting another roommate and I feel it's just going to go downhill from here. I've talked to him about it a few times but he refuses to accept he is an alcoholic, and the drug he uses only has positive effects for him. To me it seems it makes him slow, numb and losing all enthusiasm, basically a shell of his former self. What I do? He has a sister who is aware of his problems, and I kind of feel like I have done everything I can. Do I just leave him to his fate? PIC related is the drug he takes, daily.